So you have more young people that are staying and living with mom and dad until they are well into their 20s, even their 30s. But not every young man has that privilege. Okay, if you're 18 years old, when you turn 18 and you're in foster care, as soon as you got your high school diploma, they throw you out. No job. They don't care whether you have a job. They don't care whether you have a disability. So society has more sympathy towards homeless women than men. America has more sympathy towards women. America's gynocentric. Americans, both American men and women, favor the emotions of women over men. Men are told tough luck. Screw you, you're a man, go figure it out. Your needs don't matter. But women, it's like, oh, you're a homeless woman. Oh, we should help you. We should help you get an education. We should help you go to school. But if you're 18 years old man out of foster care, it's like, who cares? If you're a homeless man, I got to make 3 times the rent, but I can't. How am I going to work if I'm homeless? So it's like, you know what? I got an idea. Go to jail. Go to jail. I'm not homeless anymore. Now I'm not missing meals anymore. Now I'm not having to look around for food anymore. Now I've got health care. Now I've got someone to talk to. Now I got shelter. So go to jail. Go to jail. Go to jail. Go to prison. It's like living in this so-called liberty in America. When you got to make 3 times the rent, this liberty. You don't have a right to make love to a woman. You don't have a right. You're a man. No one cares about you. You don't have a right to the basic necessities in life. Go to jail. That solves all your problems. Now you got somewhere to go. Now you got healthcare. Now you got food, shelter, water, clothes. Now you have people to talk to. It's not that men don't want to follow the rules of society. It's just the rules of society make life unobtainable. Not every man is able to get, to make that kind of money. Most men aren't. That's why you have so many men that get married. That's why you have so many men that marry other men. That's why there's a big push for gay men, getting into relationships with other men. That's why you see men that have been traditionally straight, that always said they were straight, suddenly having boyfriends or getting transgender women. That's why you have so many men becoming transgender women. It's like, I want sympathy. Maybe if I dress up as a woman, maybe if I put lipstick on, a wig, wear a dress, society will see, oh, it's transgender woman, not a real woman, but feminine. Yeah, we'll have sympathy. Now you have some cities, what they have done is they have forked over millions of taxpayer dollars to create housing for transgender women. This is proof that feminine gets more sympathy than masculine. It's like they won't make a homeless shelter. They wouldn't fork over that money for masculine homeless men. They wouldn't do that. So, this is why this is happening. This is why you have so many men resigning their manhood, who are giving up, walking away from being a man altogether. Just sit under a tree all day, and wait for the food truck. You have other men who just decide they're going to find a woman with a low self-esteem that just has no real standards and going to move in with her and have her pay all the bills. This is why you have so many men who live with their moms until they're like 45 years old, and a lot of women, or people for that matter, but women are saying, man, why don't men have balls anymore? Why don't men get out, go and do it? It's like, get out and go do what for what? The American dream doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's a lie. Thanks to public indoctrination, it's like, why should I go out and struggle to try to impress some woman or to try to impress anybody? when the odds are stacked against me and it's almost impossible for me to win. And I'm not making enough money to pay my bills. So why work? Why constantly have to measure up to other people's standards? Constantly, a man has to constantly measure up to societal standards. A man has to constantly measure up to a woman's standards, measure up to an employer's standards. An employer that, on a bad day comes to work on a bad day. It's like, sir, you're fired. Go home. You're fired. It's like, why bother struggling for something that you can never have? Why pay all this money in rent? When you're going paycheck to paycheck, you lose your job, you get evicted, so you can't rent anywhere. No, now you got bad credit. Now you owe like $7,000 to an apartment complex or a house, private owner. So it's like, you know what? Go to jail. That solves all the problems. Just go to jail. You don't have to worry about making 3 times the rent. Go to jail. You don't have to worry about having enough money for food. Go to jail. You don't have an electric bill. Go to jail. You don't have to pay for health insurance. It's like jail is better than freedom out here in America. Because in jail, you're not stressed out if you're going to get fired. You're not stressed out if you're going to get to work on time. You're not stressed out. It's like, oh, am I going to lose my job tomorrow? It's like, you're not stressed out. Oh, rent's due. I'm short on rent. I'm sorry, sir. We don't take partial rent payments. You have to pay the whole thing. Go to jail. You don't have to measure up to anybody's standards if you go to jail. You don't have to worry about having bad credit. Jail doesn't discriminate. If you have bad credit, doesn't matter. Go to jail. Work environment is so unstable. Most people don't even keep a job for more than 6 months anymore. How are you going to save money to get a car? It's like, you go to jail, you don't have to worry about paying car insurance. You don't have to worry about paying a phone bill. You don't have to worry about it. Out here in the free world, this is due, that's due. Car insurance, renter's insurance, food, groceries. I'm sorry, sir. You make too much money to qualify for public assistance. We can't help you. I'm sorry. You make too much money to get help for health insurance. You don't qualify for Medicaid. I'm sorry. We can't help you with rental assistance. Our waiting list is so long. I'm sorry. We're not hiring. You lost your job? I can't help you. I'm sorry. I don't want to date you because you don't have a job. Sir, I don't want to date you because you don't have a car. You go to jail. You don't have to worry about any of that. Now you got a reason to not have to worry about having a girlfriend or being intimate with a woman. It's not like you could anyway. Out here, you can't afford a girlfriend. It's like, take away a man's right to make love to a woman, to be able to live comfortably. The odds are stacked against him. How many people are willing to take in a man off the streets? Ask yourself that. How many people are willing to take a woman in off the streets? There's plenty of women who are willing to take other women in off the streets. There's plenty of men out here. Why do you think, you see more men homeless than women? It's because society is willing to take care of women, to take women in off the streets. But not men. A man's got to make 3 times the rent. It's like, you get tired of it. You get tired of working, and working for what? Work without reward is slavery. Work without reward is slavery. Go to jail. That solves all.